What happens if we start moving like we believe that something good is about to happen? Like, what happens if we believe what's in Ephesians chapter 1, that God has already blessed us with every spiritual blessings in the heavenly places? What happens if we believe Romans 8:28, that all things work together for good for those who love God and those who are called according to his purposes? What does it look like to move and to live and to make life choices based upon the reality of something really good is about to happen? What if we really believe that God has already granted us so much favor in Christ that we could receive the grace of God, not just for ourselves, but for other people? You know, I'm going through the book of Ephesians right now with a little study group that I have online with some friends. And I'm finding myself just really in loving this book of Revelation, this book of Ephesians type of thing, And in it, he starts talking about, in Ephesians chapter 3, that this grace has been given to me, the revelation of the mystery of the grace of the I forgot exactly the wording of it. It's the first few chapters in Ephesians 3. But the takeaway is that he received this revelation of the grace of God for the sake of other people. Like, what happens if we live and we move like the revelation God gave us is for the benefit of other people? Like, what does that look like? What can that look like? I mean, that's just crazy stuff right there. You start thinking about that. And so I just been thinking, me and Erica's sitting right here. We're just driving to the grocery store to get some food. And we're just thinking about that, man. Like, what does it look like to move like you have favor from God? And that you have a favor that cannot be extinguished. You know, you read about in Ephesians chapter 3, it starts talking about the unsearchable riches of Christ. My goodness, what happens if we actually have access to unsearchable riches in Christ Jesus? Like, what does that look like to move like that's what does it look like to move like that's a fact? You know what I mean? That we have access, and the word unsearchable means unfathomable, incomprehensible. It's impossible for us to comprehend the riches that we have access to. We can't come to the end of the favor of God in our life. And what that's for isn't so that we could just sit back and be a bunch of fat rats, but dude, we have eternal capacity to serve and to be a blessing and to create. Like, there's no limit, no end to the creative expression, to the solutions that we're able to come and make and have them all come to pass. And what does it look like to move like that? Like, just start thinking about that. Tell me in the comments, what do you think? What would it look like to move like you have an untappable resource of favor, blessing? And in the book of Ephesians, it talks about the riches. That word riches is all over the book of Ephesians, all throughout it. It's all over it. It's everywhere. And it's talking about the riches of grace, the riches of Christ, the riches of his mercy, riches of his glory, which means goodness, the riches of his goodness. What happens if we move and we believe and we live like we actually believe that that's true? Like, what would happen? What kind of life choices would you make? You know, what kind of career moves would you make? What kind of I don't know, what kind of work would you want to put your hands to? What kind of projects would you want to undertake? You know, what kind of, just thinking about that stuff, man. I want to encourage you to think about that too. So anyway, we're going to buy some dang meat and stuff and some groceries and such. Blessed be the name of the Lord for being able to do so. And I just bless you, man. Listen, if you like this right here and you want to get more of this kind of stuff, I'm posting on YouTube under MattBond330 on YouTube. That's my username on there. Check that out. Like, subscribe, all them videos. This is probably going to be everywhere. I'm going to put this on Facebook. I'm going to put it on YouTube as well. But anyway, if you like it, like, subscribe. I've got a bunch of long form content stuff on YouTube, vlogs. I've got sermons based on this kind of stuff. Go over there, and I'm trying to create like a library of content for you to just feast on. So anyway, I'm in the middle of working on it. Love you guys. Talk to you soon. Peace.